Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Codeboard once again, and this is Kaushik with you in a very exciting tutorial video today. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about augmented reality. So if you are hearing this term augmented reality very first time, then let me tell you that you must have heard about the Google new feature, right? The 3D animal you can show in your space. They are doing this using the functionality of augmented reality, and let me explain you that what exactly augmented reality is. So what do you mean by reality? Whatever you are seeing around you, that is your reality, right? If you are standing somewhere and whatever you are seeing around you, like some houses, trees, people, vehicles, etc., all are the reality, right? And what is augmented reality? So the augmented reality means something added with that reality. So what does exactly mean that? Let's say that you are seeing a pupil who is coming towards you, okay, but that is your reality, right? But you don't know the name of that person. But let's say that you are focusing your camera to that particular person and you are getting the name of that person, right? So it's looking like a science fiction movie, but this is exactly what the augmented reality is. So the reality is the person who is coming towards you, and the augmented reality is the name which is added with the reality, that is the person. That means you are seeing something extra with that reality. Okay, so in the new feature what Google has just launched in this lockdown period, maybe for some fun reason, so that is also using the augmented reality. Whatever you are seeing in your room recently, maybe your floor, your almirah, your walls, or whatever it is, that is your reality. But whenever some extra thing is coming into that reality, that is a 3D model of a tiger or lions or whatever, so that is the extra added things with your current home reality, and that is why it is augmented reality. Okay, okay, so now let me tell you that what are the some very interesting and useful functionalities that can be done using the augmented reality. So nowadays everyone uses, the Google Map. So you are basically turning on your navigation and you want to reach to some place, okay? But when you reach at that point, so then Google shows you that it is like 0 meter distance and you have reached at your destination. But at that point there are like many buildings around you, but you want to go to a very specific building, and that Google Map cannot show you very exactly, right? But now let's say that you are focusing your camera to each of these buildings, and now the address, like the 10 by 11 this road, or 2A by B that road, that is being shown against each of these buildings. Then you don't have to search that particular building, roaming here and there, standing in a road. Okay, so that's it. That is the basic concepts of augmented reality, and that is the some useful features of augmented reality. So now in today's tutorial video, I am going to show you that how we can make our app using the augmented reality. Okay, so what is Google doing? As I mentioned that it is bringing some 3D model in your space. So we are exactly going to do something like that. So I am going to show you to write an application, and also I am trying to bring some kind of 3D model in your room maybe. Okay, so let's start with the coding.
Okay, so I have already created one file for our project purpose, the showmodel.html. So using this particular HTML file, we are going to some 3D model in our own space. Okay. So basically for this application, we are going to use some library, some JavaScript library basically. So the link I have written here. So this is the link. So I will mention this link in the description and the comment also. You can check it out. So let me go to the browser and let me just go to this particular link. So it is a basically open source project. The library name is AR.js, AR for augmented reality. Okay. And this library is hosted in the GitHub repository, and it is an open source library and free to use for your purpose. Okay. So in this particular page, if you go down a bit below, you will get the full code example here. You don't have to understand everything inside this code. So you can just copy it over and use it in your application. So I am also going to copy all this code in my application, so I can make a separate video on this each of these tags details. Okay, so for today I just want to copy these things from this particular page, and just I want to show you very quickly that how you can make your own application. Okay, so let's copy all the code here and paste it over here. Okay. Okay, so now just let me fix the indentation here, and I also want to copy these things inside the head tab. Okay, so these are the styles and the scripts which are required. So just fix the indentation. Sorry, fix the indentation here, and that's it. Let me change the title also. AR demo. Okay, so augmented reality demo, right? Okay, so now this code is completed. Basically, I don't have to write anything else inside this particular HTML. That will do everything for our purpose. Now we just want to change these particular URLs. So I am going to do it a bit later. Okay. So before that, let me tell you that whenever Google is showing something in your space, Google is asking basically two things. One is the model that you need to select from Google search, like the tiger or lion or whatever, and also Google is asking for the image of your space, right, by the camera itself. Okay, so for our purpose also we need these two things. So the first thing is that we need an image where we want to show our model, and the second thing is that the model itself, the 3D model itself actually, which I need to show in a particular space. Okay, so basically in my room I have already clicked on picture here. Okay, so this is the picture and I want to show the model somewhere in this area. Okay, so apart from this picture, as I mentioned you, I need a 3D model also. Okay, so the 3D models are available to download in the internet. So they are mostly paid. Basically you need to pay some amount to download the 3D models, but I found one which you can download for free. So this is the link. I will mention this link again in the comment and the description. So if you go to this link, you can see that there are many 3D models available which you can download from this particular site and also use it in your application. Okay, so there are many models and many of are free and few are also paid, but if I use like such models, most of those are like 100 and 200 MB in size. So finally I found this model which is basically very less in size. So I am going to use this particular model for our application so that we can show our page very easily. Okay, so now you can see that there is the option to download this particular 3D model. So if you click on this 3D model, then there are three options to download it. Okay, so one is the original format, another is the auto converted format, and finally the augmented reality format. But we need this auto converted format, not this augmented reality format, because our library supports this particular auto converted format. Okay, so if you download this, then you can see that one zip file is going to be downloaded. So it is very less in size, you know, like 2.8 MB only. For a 3D model it is quite low. So let me just complete the download first. Okay, so the download is completed now and I have just opened the zip file. So inside the zip file, basically you are going to get two files and one folders. Okay, so let me extract all these things to my project folder. Okay, so now if I go to my workspace, you can see that the model directory has been appeared here, and basically this is a GLTF file. This is a text file which basically describing your 3D model, and this is a binary file, and these are the the texture file for your model. Okay, and that's it. So we don't have to understand details about all these files, but just we need it for our model purpose, which we need to show in our space. Okay, so that's it. Now I showed you earlier that I have clicked an image in my room, and this image is not enough to use in our application. Okay, so from this image we need to create some particular binary files which will be used by this JavaScript library AR.js. Okay, so how will we create those particular binary files? So for that there is a website again. So let me go to my notepad and I have just noted it down. So just copy this particular link and I'll mention this link in the description and the comment again. So just you need to upload this particular image. So let me upload the image here. This is my image. Okay, now you need to click on this generate button. So it will take few seconds time to generate the binary files. So as you can see that 3 files are downloaded here. So all these are binary files and which will be required in our application. Okay, so that's it. Now I need to mention that I need to show that particular model in my space, so I need to use my camera, right? So that is why I am going to open this particular application in my mobile phone, and for that I need to host it in a live site so that I can access that particular application in from my mobile browser. Okay, and so for that I am going to use a live site which CodeBoard already has. So let me tell you that I have already hosted one COVID-19 virus spread tracking application in CodeBoard live site. So you can go there and check the current status of the COVID-19 virus spread. So the link is in the below. Okay. Okay. So let me just log in inside the live hosting cPanel, and then I need to redirect to the file manager, and then the public HTML directory, and inside that I have already created one folder AR for augmented reality. Okay, okay, so inside this folder I want to create 2 more directories. Okay, so let's create the first folder name I want to give as images. Okay, and the second directory name I want to give as model. Okay, okay, so that's it. Okay, so inside this model directory I want to upload everything which we have extracted after downloading the zip model inside the model directory of our local project workspace, right? Okay, so let me upload everything here. So I need to upload the folder also. So let me create another folder inside this particular model directory. So let me create another folder and let me give the name as texture, right? So that's it. So now let me upload the files. So let me upload these 2 things first. Now all the files for the models which we need to show in our space, that this particular model, right? So this particular model, all the files I have already uploaded inside the model directory of our live hosting. Okay, okay, so now let me just go out from the model directory and I want to go inside the images directory here, and I need to upload all these binary files along with the image file inside this particular image directory. Okay, that's it. So we are ready. Now I need to upload this particular file, the show model.html, so that I can access it from mobile browser itself. Okay, so before that I just need to change these 2 URL as I mentioned very fast at this tutorial video. So this is basically the URL of the images. Okay, so the image directory I need to specify here, and this is the GLTF model path. Okay, so if you go inside this model directory, as I showed you earlier, that there is a file called the scene.gltf. Okay, so I need to change this path so that our application points our scene.gltf instead of this something else. Okay, so for that just remove this one. So the scene.gltf will be same, but the path will be different. So the path will be model slash scene.gltf, right? Because if I upload it in this particular area, then it will go to this model directory and then only it will get this gltf file, right? So that is why I am giving the path as model slash scene.gltf. Okay, and for this also I need to give the images folder path. Okay, so let me just go out to this AR folder. So I need to give this images folder path here. Okay, so for that we need to do is as AR slash images slash scene. Okay, why I am going to use this scene? Because if you go to this particular images folder, you will get to see that all the file names are being started with scene. Okay, if I put the scene, then this particular library will understand that it needs to take all these files which starts with the name scene. Okay, so that is why I just mentioned here as scene. So that's it. We are ready to go. We need to just upload this HTML file inside this live hosting, and then only we can show in our mobile browser. Okay, so just let me upload it. Let me go to the local workspace and just drag it to the area to upload this file. Okay. Okay, so we are ready to go. Everything is done. We just need to open this particular file in our mobile browser using our live hosting URL, and then only we can show that the model is showing in our space. Okay. Okay, so for that, let me cast my mobile screen to my PC. Okay, so as you can now see that my mobile screen has been casted in my PC. So let me just go to the browser Firefox and just let me open the URL of Codeboard live hosting site, that is codeboard.in slash AR, right, slash the HTML file name, so model.html. Okay, so let me go there. Okay, so it is asking for the camera permission. I am giving it the permission and it is loading now. Okay, so when it is loaded, so okay, so now you can see that something is coming, right? But the size is not exactly what we are looking for, right? So it is not exactly the model we can see in our viewport. So basically, we need to resize the model a bit. So let me go to the code now to change the size of the model. Okay. Okay, so I have opened the HTML file in the built-in editor of the hosting site. So you can see that there is a scale and position option inside this particular HTML file. We need to change this particular numbers a bit to fit the model in our viewport of the browser. Okay, so let me just change it as 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and I just want to change it as 50, 50, and 0. Okay, so that's it. Let me save it, and I am now going to the mobile browser once again. Okay, so I have just refreshed it, and it is asking for the camera permission. 1 second. So it is loading now. So now you can see that the model is coming in our viewport quite well, right? So that's it. If we can go towards the model a bit, so it looks like we are going towards the model, but basically there is nothing, right? The reality was that there is the Almari itself, but the augmented reality is that the added model here. Okay, so this is exactly what the augmented reality is. So basically that's it. This is the thing I wanted to show you in this particular video. I didn't explain very detail about the new tags and the technicalities inside the AR.js library, for which I need to make a separate video. So just subscribe my channel to know the latest technologies and other stuff. And that's it. Thanks for watching.